Rafa Benitez is set to leave Newcastle at the end of his contract. Rafa Benitez will leave Newcastle at the end of this month.
All right, lads, I'll come clean. I'm a little bit pissed off. If you somehow missed it, Rafa Benitez, the manager of Newcastle United, or I guess I should now say former manager of Newcastle United, he will be leaving the club after 3 seasons and after 18 plus months of negotiations. These contract negotiations spanned well over a fucking year, and yet here we are with less than a week until his contract expires and now finding out that he's leaving the club. It's unfucking believable, and it's just football to a T. Really? One day you're the cock of the walk and the next time you're just a fucking spanner. We've gone from being the next, I don't know, fucking Manchester City with a potential takeover in the works for Sheikh Khalid bin Zayed to take over the club, but every single day we hear absolutely fucking nothing. The club remains completely silent, doesn't want to tell the fans anything about it, and every single day, more or less, it just sounds like it's all bullshit. We've gone from that and being also second favourites to sign Kylian Mbappe, no fucking joke with the bookies, to here we are. We have no manager, Mike Ashley still owns us, and our next manager is most likely going to be like Gary fucking Monk. I am absolutely distraught. I'm so upset that we are losing Rafa Benitez as manager. And I'm not even distraught, really. I mean, distraught's probably not the right word. I'm just fucking pissed. Rafa Benitez was the best thing that happened to this football club for well over a fucking decade, it feels. And we're just letting him go. We are letting him walk. It genuinely feels like when we got him that we won the fucking lottery or something, and we've just let him go. You know, I didn't really get to enjoy the glory years with Newcastle United, with Sir Bobby, but I feel like the way that the fans have rallied around Rafa, and the fact that Rafa has, you know, had such a historic career, and, you know, the fact that he was a world-class manager when he joined us, that is honestly the kind of vibe. That is how I somewhat imagine it felt like when Sir Bobby was on as gaffer, and maybe even to an extent Kevin Keegan. I don't know. But the way that the fans had rallied around him, I'd never experienced anything like it ever in my time as a Newcastle fan. He completely re-energized a dying, dwindling fan base. He stayed with us when we went down to the fucking championship, when I don't think anyone expected him to. No one expected him to even sign on for the remaining 2 or whatever months that we had left to go in a relegation season where it was so obvious he had no time to do anything significant. He stayed on. He got us up at the first time of asking as fucking champions, solidified the team, and I don't know how many other managers in the fucking world could have done that for us. And he managed this all while getting just constantly fucked around and taken the piss out of by ownership and the directors. Those higher-ups have now failed at the one fucking thing, the absolute one crucial thing that we had to make sure we got done before the beginning of the season, and that was to get a Rafael Benitez signature on a contract. Even if, you know, reports were coming out, it was a 1-year extension, whatever. We had to keep him on. After 12 months, after fucking 18 months, however long to try to get this signature down, they have fucking failed to do so. And of course, it's not just Rafa Benitez that's leaving either. If we're going to take a complete look at this, it's also going to be members of his coaching staff, so Mikel Anita and a few others as well from his coaching department. It's going to have to be a complete fucking overhaul. It's not just one man that's leaving here. This is a total fucking rebuild of the coaching department. You've just got to wonder how in the fuck, with about a month and a bit left to go until the upcoming Premier League season, is this allowed to happen? First off, we know it's not a contract issue, all right? It's not a monetary issue. It's not like we were lowballing him, not giving him enough cash. That can't be the problem. I probably wouldn't put it past the Newcastle board and, you know, the amount that they fucked him over in his tenure at Newcastle, but surely that's not the case. I think the offer that he was getting that's floating around was something like £6 or £7 million a year, which is decent money. Yes, he's got offers from China, which probably will see him earning more than £10 million if that's the route he goes down. It's still unconfirmed what Rafa Benitez is going to do. All we know is that he's going to be leaving. But we know it's not a monetary issue for him personally. You know that that's not the case. It's the fact that he's been totally fucked around for the entirety of his tenure at Newcastle, and now he's walking. And you know what? Fucking fair enough. There is absolutely no Newcastle fan out there that should be mad at Rafa Benitez for leaving the club and for leaving this situation that he is in. Honestly, why would he stay? That's the one question that you would have to ask if you were in his shoes. There should be no Newcastle fans upset at Rafa Benitez. I think almost every single Newcastle fan I have seen is sympathetic toward Rafa Benitez, which is good to see, because I would hate to have people having a go at Rafa. They'd be having a go at the complete wrong man. Thankfully, that is the case. Newcastle United fans are not mad at Rafa Benitez. We're mad at fucking ownership. We're mad that we haven't had our best fucking bet in years backed properly in the Premier League. We're mad that since getting us back into the Premier League, that Rafa Benitez has had a net spend of over £20 million. In the 2 seasons he's been with us in the Premier League, the 2 full seasons, he's made the club 20 million in the transfer window. We're mad that Mike Ashley gives Steve McLaren 80 million fucking pounds, but you won't give Rafa anything. He's too busy spending money on failing fucking businesses like House of Fraser and fucking Game. How is this man a billionaire? He's investing in fucking Game. I haven't bought a hard copy of a fucking Game all year. It's fucking 2019, Mike Ashley. I mean, at least now you can get yourself a free copy of FIFA and sign players that way. I'm so fucking pissed. The fucking incompetence that oversee this damn club. Every fucking season there's some bullshit in here. And Mike Ashley, that just has ripped the fucking heart out of the club. He's not just ripped it out clean, that's the worst bit. He's been picking away at it bit by bit, and we're down to the fucking ventricles right now. Honestly, there's not much left. And I bet you, again, I said it at the beginning of the video, I'm starting to think every single day that this takeover is just total fucking bullshit. A very convenient excuse not to spend anything in the window, just like Amanda Stavley's takeover bid, just like Peter Kenyon's was, all ending up just a fucking ruse that very conveniently pops up at the beginning of every single fucking transfer window, so that way there's an excuse not to actually spend. It'll be 3 times now. It'll be 3 fucking times that there has been a potential takeover on the table of Newcastle United and it's failed to get through. 3 fucking times. And we could also be looking at our 3rd fucking relegation with the way this season's shaping up as well. Even if the takeover, even if the rumours had any fucking weight to them, do you even see it going through now that the club has lost, in my genuine honest opinion, its biggest fucking asset? That is obviously, of course, aside from the fucking fans, you would have to say that Rafa has been the biggest asset that the club's had for the last couple of years. All I do know is we will not get in another manager that has captured the hearts and the imagination of these Newcastle fans for a very fucking long time. I want to back whoever does come in, and I feel fucking bad for whoever does come in. Regardless of who the gaffer is, I will back him. I will try to anyway, but you just know deep down you're not going to have the same level of connection and belief that Rafa Benitez would, have and has been giving us for the last few seasons. But whoever the new manager is, I am going to try to fucking back him, unless we do go for Steve McLaren season 2 or John Carver, or in that case, I probably will just fuck off and join Wolves. Unsarcastically. Honestly, Newcastle fans hate Mike Ashley as much as some of the morons who can't tell sarcasm hate me on Twitter. It's unreal. Newcastle is it's a club that's allergic to ambition. It's allergic to its own fucking potential. It's ridiculous. The size of this club, it should be a staple of the top 10. It really fucking should. That's not me saying we should be top 6 or even fucking 7th or 8th, but we've got to be in there. Mid-table, right, whatever, fine. The size of this club, it's ridiculous that we find ourselves every fucking season in a relegation battle. That is our expectation, just to stay up. How did we let this fucking happen? We just have no ambition to try to get better, so we continue to regress. We have no ambition to get better. We have no ambition to even keep the quality that we have at the club right now. Every year, you've got to get fucking better, and that is not the mentality of the Newcastle United Football Club. We've just been completely fucking stagnant. It's run like a damn business and less like an actual proper football club. To the point now we've been so stagnant that we've regressed with everyone else getting better ahead of us. We're now thrown into, I'm sure, another relegation battle this season, which can't wait for yet another one of those. And it's so bad that Paddy Power has fucking paid out on us to get fucking relegated. Well, what happens now? Alright, best case scenario, the takeover actually ends up happening. Maybe the rumours aren't total bullshit. They didn't look like bullshit at the start, but after the amount of, complete radio silence we've had for the last week or two, it's, you get a little bit nervous. That's only natural. Let's say the takeover does happen. Let's say Mourinho comes back, the prodigy of Sir Bobby. He builds up a team that goes on and, challenges for Europe or something. Whatever. That's probably the best. That's the dream right now. The most likely scenario, Mike Ashley stays, we do not see a takeover, and welcome to Newcastle United, David Moyes. I don't fucking know. I don't know. There's just so much fucking pessimism and negativity now surrounding Newcastle United Football Club. It just felt like all the positivity about the club surrounded Rafa Benitez. And now that he's walked out the door, all that positivity is left with him. It's so fucking devastating to see him go. I don't know. All I'll say is thank you, Rafa Benitez. I think I speak on behalf of every Newcastle United fan when I say you are more than fucking welcome back when this club eventually, hopefully, gets its shit in order. You were genuinely one of the best things that happened to the club. You've given me some great moments as a fan, and what you've done for the club in general, I don't even want to think where Newcastle United would be right now had you not taken over for Steve McLaren when we were basically on our way down. I don't know how many other managers would have got us straight back up at the first time of asking and would have solidified our position in the Premier League in the way that you did. I don't even want to think where we would be had you not come in and done that for us, all right? We owe you a massive debt. A massive debt which should have been repaid to you in the form of a transfer budget, but we couldn't even do that for you. I genuinely do wish you the very fucking best, and it's just a damn tragedy that it had to end the way that it did. One last time from me and from all Newcastle United fans, thank you, Rafa Benitez.